Block Builder.
Hey guys, Block Builder here. Welcome back to another instruction video. Today I will be doing the instructions for Switchblade and Drift Stick. So let's get into that. Alright, so we're going to be starting off with Switchblade and just start again. Sorry I've been gone for a month. It's because I'm bad at uploading and it's hard to find time to actually do it because of loudness and whatnot. But I've worked on a couple projects and yeah, so I'm just going to do the instructions for this guy. He's going to be doing it in 4 parts, I guess, which are the arms, the legs, and the body. So I'm just going to split them up, and then we'll start. Okay, so here are the 4 sections we're going to be building him in. His left arm, or his right arm in this case, and his right arm, or left arm, whatever. Anyway, we'll be building the top, and the bottom, and the middle. So let's start with this piece. So I'm just going to get the parts out of the way, and we'll begin. Okay, so here are the pieces you're going to be needing. We're going to start off with his waist. This part of the ball joint, the other half is in the body right now. So just put that together like this with a tile, a 1x2, and then you're going to take one of these, basically the ball joints, those kind of ball joints you can see. Put them together like this, and then that's part of the leg. Then you're going to take the clips, and they're going to connect on top. Then you take these parts and they also connect on top of there, and basically you're building this center beam that unfolds and stuff for the legs to work. Next you're going to connect on 2 2x3s like this, then take a 1x2 brick, put that there, 1x1 with a stud on 2 sides, the top and that side, and then you put a cheese slope onto that. Then you're going to take a 2x2, put it there, one of these curved bits, which I finally got in red, which is cool, and then another of the inner curved pieces. Next, you can use a 1x3 for this, but I used a 1x2 and a 1x1. Then you take a 1x1 plate, and then put another 1x1 tile in black on top, or whatever color you're building this in. 1x4 in red, a 1x1 right here. Alright, sorry about that. Just checking to see how it actually goes together, and you put this piece right here, this one here, and then you put this on top of it. But I did it wrong again, and I just remembered how it actually works. You stack those on top of each other, and they go right here. And this is so that once you build this arm section, it'll connect like that. Anyway, so that's the legs. Now we'll move on to the body. Alright, so here's the body. This is what we will be building next. Also his head. So yeah, I'll split this up and we can start building it. Alright, since this one's a little tiny bit more complicated, I just didn't want to break it up fully since the parts I separated in are simple enough. Basically a 2x4, and then you put 2 stud plates, right, 1x1 plates there, and then 2 of these roundy bits, which will be his shoulders. Then you're going to take the ball socket part, and that'll go right there. His head is a ball joint and the socket, a 1x2 on top of that, a 2x2, 2x2 with a stud, and then a round plate on top, and that just goes right here. And then you take a 2x2, and then that goes on one side, and you take another 2x2 but only with 2 studs, and that's important for the arm transformation, and that goes on the opposite side. Next you take a brick and forget where it goes, but then you remember later. So what you're going to do now is you're going to take a 1x4, a 1x1 tile, and then you can do either a 2x2, a 1x1 plate, or I did the circle for now, and then you put another circle tile on top of it. Then a 1x2, and that's one half of his chest. Then you take a 2x4, and you put a 1x2, or you could do a corner tile there. And then you do 3 1x1 tiles on top of 3 1x1 studs in this like V pattern, and tiles in between that, so it ends up like this to make an X. Then that connects onto his chest. And then you use this part to actually make that connect. So that is his chest right there. And now we're done with that part. So onto the arms. So we're going to be starting with his giant blade arm. And this is just like this big pole. So shouldn't be too hard. So I'll just break it up and then we can build it. Alright, so I got into the pieces. And we're just going to start off with the end of the blade. So take one 1x3 and another 1x3. Stack them on top of each other. One of these 1x2s with like this groove on the end. Forgot to mention that on the other one, but like it just sticks out by half a stud. a 1x2 tile to create the connection point for when it's going to be docking onto the Switch or screenplay, and then basically that just slides in for now. And then a 1x1 on top. Then we're going to be building the other part. Stack a clip onto a 1x3, put this on top of that, put a 1x1 here, and that's another one of the groove half out parts. 1x6 on top of the groove, 1x2, and then a 1x8 on top of that. This will connect right here, and that's this half of the Switch. Now we're moving on to the other arm. Okay, for the other arm piece, here we have it right now. It's like this, the top weird curved part, basically the opposite of the legs. So let's get into building it. So basically for this part, instead of getting myself confused, I just took it apart into a bunch of simpler sections. Basically this piece is one of these with the studs sticking off the side, and then this like shoe kind of looking part with a tile on top. This is a horizontal clip with a plate underneath it, and then a 1x2 plate underneath that. And those will go right underneath this part, which is just a 1x2 with a 1x2 tile, and then one of those curved parts on top, and that just connects to the hand. And then this part doesn't connect yet because you need to build this section, which is a 1x2x1, and then you put quarter round and then a tile right here, and this will connect like this, and then you can connect on this part. All right, so you should have this part. And basically, you already seen it's pretty simple. But then you just put on a clip with a plate on top of it, and now you have the final piece of Switchblade. So let's put them together. Okay, so now you've assembled all the pieces of Switchblade. You're just gonna take his arm, and that'll clip onto there, except for you're gonna drop it instead. Now you clip it right there. Take his other arm, and this one is just you're gonna bend out this clip, and then you're gonna just clip it on, or you can just turn the shoulder. But then you just collapse it back in. Then you take his legs, lift this one up, and plug it on into that part, and then fold this down. And there is the left Joy-Con. Switchblade. Now on the drift stick. Okay, so here are the 4 sections of drift stick we'll be building. The legs, the body and head, and the arms. So we're going to start off with the legs again, and let's just get into that. So here are the legs, and I'm just going to break it up like I did last time. His legs are incredibly similar, so you basically build the same exact center structure, including the 2 clips on here. And what I mean by the same thing is that leaving the big sections together, because you can actually just see, and I'll just tell you what parts are there, just so I don't have to build it. But basically the same part in the center right here, and you just put it together, because his legs transform the same as Switchblades. So you just got this part. Then there's going to be a 1x3 with a 2x2 with a 1 stud in the middle, and then put a tile round on there. This can be a 2x2 too. I just don't have that, so, or I do and it's somewhere else. But basically I'd put 2 1x2s, and that'll just stack right on top of there, like so. Then you need a 1x3 or a 1x2 and a 1x1 like I did. This could be a brick, but right now it's round because this color is hard to get, I guess. Or it just doesn't, I don't have the parts in the right color. But anyway, you're going to put one of those grooved parts on top of a 1x2 up here. You could also do a 1x3 and then 2 1x1s, but that doesn't matter. Then that's just going to go right here. That's one half of the leg. This one I didn't take apart like at all because it's just a 1x2 brick, a 1x1 cylinder, but it can just be a brick also. And then a 2x3, and then you put a 2x2 here, a 1x1 curved, and then this 1x2x1 curved thing. And then that all just goes together like this, and there are his legs. So, onto the body. So here's the body, now break it. Okay, so here are the body segments. Basically, 2x3, 2x2 with a stud on top, stud in the middle, and then a round 2x2 sphere circle, 1x4 across this way. So this is going to be like this, and then a 1x2 right here. Then you take a 2x3, put a 1x2 on it, a brick on this side, and then that will end up making this section, which is like his head area. Then you'll take one of these 1x2s, stack it on top of two 1x2s, and then put that right there. Then we come to the like functioning part of his body, a 1x4 on top of a ball socket, then a 1x2 down here with one of the curved parts in between, then a curved clip part on a 2x1 or whatever this is, and then a 1x2x1, I think is what it's called. Put a tile on top of this plate like this, sort of like just making this shape, and that's just going to go right there. Then this part will just connect right in. I don't know what is wrong with me, guys. So this ends up like, oh, here we go. You put this together like this, not how I did it, and then this part would slot in there. Nope, I failed again. So put the 1x2 on this side, and then this is going to stick out like that, and then this will connect right there. But there, the body part. And now we'll move on to his arms. Doing this arm first. Here are the segments. This is like the other piece on that guy, except for reversed. But basically one of these, and then a 1x2 on this one. This is a 2x4 curved tile, quarter round. You could use a 2x2 here, 1x1, 1x1, 1x1 tile. This all connects right here, like so. This thing, 1x2x1, the corner part, a clip goes on this side, and it's going to be connecting right there. And then you put a plate on top, 2 plates on top of each other, and then this just connects right there, so that this can actually like move. But yeah, that's his arm done. On to the other one. So here's his other arm, and now I'm going to break it. Since this one's kind of confusing, I took it apart a little bit more. Take a 2x4, put a clip there. Put a 1x2 tile right there. Put a 1x1 here. Another one right here to the corner, on the corner of it, and stack another one on top of that. 1x2 with the tile on top will go right here. One of these right there. This piece will actually go not there. I think it goes over here once it's done. It goes right here, actually. I'm just being dumb. And then you take this, which is a 2x4, and then you build this on the top 3 studs. You know, that shape. It's going to end up like this, basically. And then you put a 1x2, which will go right there. But I am stupid and put this in the wrong spot. I'll figure out what that goes in a bit. But this is going to, oh, there it is. This part connects right here. And then you're basically going to take this section, and since you can see all the buttons right there, it's going to connect like this. Here's what it looks like from the bottom, and that's his final arm done. So now we can put them together. All right, so to put them together, take the legs, fold up that one leg, or just take it off like I just did by accident. Put it back on. Basically it tabs in, so that's why you can't just connect it. Slap on his other arms, which I have turned for some reason. Connect those on. And yeah, so that's his drift stick. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry I haven't posted in a while. Also, we hit 600 subscribers. I will be making the rest of the instructions eventually, but I think next video will probably be a block ups, because I've built a bunch of stuff. More like 2 things, but I can show updates on other stuff. Anyway, I hope you guys have fun with these guys. Sorry you don't have the screen. I might make his video, but he is way, way bigger and way more difficult to make an instruction video for. So you can see I already struggled with this one. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Block Builder, breaking out.